Hi beautiful creatures, and welcome back to my channel. This is KimStar13 with Better on Bedrock, Will We Survive? Episode 3. Alright guys, so unfortunately I'm probably just going to change the name to Will I Survive? My son has not been able to play in this world, and I've just put it off and not played in it at all. And he's also not been able to play in any other worlds either. Like, even on his own, he can't play. It just glitches and lags. So I think we're just going to have to figure out his device later. That's fine. But right now, I am just building the foundation for this land bridge. And I'm not going to change much about the top. I mean, I'm not going to change anything at all. Other than where I have the waypoint going. That's the only thing I'm going to do anything with up there. I am, though, going to fill this tunnel with mossy stone brick, and I think I'm going to use cracked stone brick as well as regular stone brick to give it like a detail that it's meant to be here, that it was built here. And this gives us like a straight point to the water out there, and it's also like straight to this base. Now, my original plan was to have 2 bases. I'm just going to build myself another base and move everything and leave this house empty that I'm in front of now. I'll give it to the goblin that's over there, and he can have it because he deserves it after being buried in the last one. You can't use pork to mine. Alright, let's go ahead and test out some different texturing here. Give it some definition or some depth. I don't really like flat things in Minecraft. That's a weird thing to say because everything's flat. We want to give it shape and definition. So we're going to texture it a little bit with some walls and stairs. I'm going to try to do a 3-wall, 3-stair on this side and see how I like that. I'm not really liking the 2-stair, 1-wall over there. So let's see. And we're just going to pop this in there. I'm not liking that one either. Let's try to make this middle stair a wall piece. And we'll just have to break this one down. I only brought enough to do like, I don't even remember what I was going to do originally. I think it was like 1 stair, 1 wall. That would make sense. I do like that, but I'm still not liking it enough. Let's go ahead and flip these because I don't like the checkerboard pattern it's got going on. And let's get this pickaxe. Okay, and now we're gonna put the mossy, oh, seriously? Okay. Story of my life. It's not giving. It was just not giving enough. Okay, let's get this too. And try again. There we go. And I'm gonna take this one and move it over one as well. Alright. Sorry. It's a mom tax. I gotta take a chicken nugget. Ew. That one had already been chewed on. Gross. Okay. I like the wall better than the 3 stairs. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna add a block in the corner. And maybe that'll give it a different shape. Maybe that'll give me what I want. Okay, much better. I am going to repeat the process on all 4 sides. Of course, I'm going to have to go make more walls and stair blocks, but I will be back after I do that. And apparently after and my dislike for stairs becomes very strong with this episode. As always. Alright, I will be back. Alright, beautiful creatures, I am back after a short hydration break. Basically, all I'm doing is putting mossy brick slabs and regular stone brick slabs on the ceiling, and then once I'm finished doing that, I'm going to go in with the chiseled blocks and add little placeholders for lanterns. Alright, so basically I've been smelting and AFKing the entire time, trying to make stone bricks and mossy stone bricks, and I try to do it right here at the wall so the moss, or the vines, not the moss, will grow. And it is the slowest growing plant I've ever seen. Alright, so I want to make this like a rounded kind of cover for the waystone. And I think I'm just going to do 4 blocks out and then 5, 2 in, and 5. Basic circle. And then, once I do that, alright, make sure that lines up. Okay. I'm going to repeat this on all other 3 sides. And technically it's not 4 blocks out, it's 3 blocks out from the block I have down already. So still 4 blocks from the center. Kind of. 5 blocks out from the center. It's fine. Math is not my forte. It is, but it's not. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Alright. After this, I'm going to try and do a design for the floor. I don't want it to be all wood, so we're gonna figure that out as we go. And I will be back after I do that. Alright, beautiful creatures, I am so sorry that y'all have to sit through that struggle that I had. I literally could not decide on how I wanted to do it. I just knew after that first layer of wood went down, I didn't want any more wood. So we're basically going to put a rush on this and put down some stairs. And then I'm going to put in 2 solid blocks in the middle and then another stair block. And that is the design I'm going to go with. And I'm not going to put water in it like I normally do with stair blocks and solid blocks like this. It's just going to be open airspace, basically. Water would be cool, though. Make it a little magic circle. Anyway, let's go ahead and put a rush on this. I am missing blocks because I have to make them. So I will be back. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and place this, and we're just going to name it home base and go from there, because if I find more, I'm definitely going to make them spots, but, you know, it's not finished, and I'm working on finishing it with waiting on the blocks and everything, but right now, I think we can work on the base, my base. I'm going to do 7 by 7. And then I'm going to fill it in. And then I'm going to work on the foundation. I'm going to go ahead and do the floor and everything. Okay, I had to make sure it was 7. And then once that is done, I'm going to start on like the foundation walls, I guess. Alright. Ow. I just got kneed. Alright. I will be back. As you and I both can see, I have messed up somewhere and the numbers are not adding up. So I ended up making it an 8 by 7. So I'm going to just expand it. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to take these blocks out, expand it out one this way. That way the floor has like an even checkerboard print is what I'm going for, with the dark oak and the cherry oak, the cherry tree. I'm exhausted. My toddler's been using me as a punching bag all day. Alright, let me get these out, and we're going to go ahead and dig out this last row and fix the floor. And then we're going to do the foundation walls. Alright, so I did get mildly distracted. I had just enough to fix this little area. I'm also thinking about how I want to do the next step. I think I'm going to put logs down as like a foundationary pillar, and then maybe the thin logs, like the individual little stick logs, as like pillars, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so we're back. I'm gonna start on these vines. No, I'm gonna start on the walls. Alright, we're gonna get these walls in really fast, and then we're gonna work on getting the walls in, because I have no time perception at all. Like, zero time perception. In fact, I was just AFKing there for a second for the stone bricks that I need for the tunnel. Alright, I will be back. Alright, so I know this looks dumb right now, but basically what I'm doing is leaving that corner piece blank so I can build pillars up to have a vertical block there, which is what I'm doing now. And then I think I'm gonna shave the bark off of all of these, like dark and cherry, not like the main pillars down there, but the inside pillars. And I am going to take out these 3 blocks here because I want it to have texture. So we're going to do that real quick, and we're going to work on shaving all the blocks. Alright, beautiful creatures, it is time to get these walls going. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that, and I will see y'all momentarily. Hi, beautiful creatures, it is future me here, and I wanted to apologize for what you're about to see. I spent like 3 hours trying to do this, and I can't explain it. I'm just so indecisive, and this entire world, it's just every decision I've made, it didn't feel right, so I changed my mind immediately. And this is one of those situations. But again, I am so sorry. Alright, beautiful creatures, I am back, and we are working on the foundation for the walls. So, while I'm doing this, I do want to ask, if you haven't already, like this video, or even subscribe if you want to follow along for more, and leave a comment down below. If you've ever had issues with things not working, like, just not working, but like something doesn't look right or it doesn't fit the vibe. That's what I mean. And this world, I'm definitely feeling it. Everything I've done from the bridge, I mean, it looks right now, but you know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it other than it just doesn't fit the vibe I'm going for. But I did want to do like a little emo kid house to ode to my emo self, and this is as good as I'm gonna get because of the wood coloring. And you know, it's usually a black color with a bright color, and pink was the only bright color we got because I am not going into the nether in this world. Oh no. Alright, that's for a later video, but yeah, like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you, beautiful creatures. I appreciate everything you give me, even just views. Alright, let's get this built. Alright, so I've changed my mind, and I'm using mossy brick and cracked brick and regular brick for texture. Alright, so I decided to use some andesite as well, obviously. And right now I'm just working on building the last bit of this wall. I do think I'm going to change it up and have 2 walls solid instead of just the one, because stairs are going to have to go on one side, and then I kind of want to add a chimney as well. So we're going to do that, and I like how this looks so far. No changes need to be made. Yes, perfect. Alright, I am going to start building up to the second floor. That's my best bet. I'm going to make some cherry wood slabs, and I'm probably going to have to make some dark oak slabs as well. So let's go ahead and get this done. Alright, I took another hydration break and I accidentally sheared the bark off. But I did start on this chimney, and all I'm doing now is adding the trapdoors to the outside of the last block, the wall block out there. I did mess up the first time I tried to do it, so I'm climbing back up here to do it again, and I messed up again. I did add the furnace, the black blast furnace. I don't know how to make those still. I want to say it's like several furnaces together, but I don't really actually know. I should probably look that up. But I definitely stole this and a bunch of other items from that other house over there in the distance. Not the one I'm currently keeping everything in. Are you serious? These trapdoors, my dude. Alright, I'm gonna fix this, and I'm gonna finish this. Really? Trapdoors just don't like me. Alright, we're gonna put one right here, and then we're gonna put one over here, and we should be good to get the rest of these in. Unproblematically. Good job. Thanks, baby. Alright. I need to make a campfire. I'm gonna probably forget. Alright, let's get down, and I think my next step is to fill in the walls, unless I have the stone bricks and such, to start working on that bridge. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'll get that later. Actually, I think I'm gonna work on the waystone next. Well, let's leave that open for the campfire so I don't forget. I'm gonna build the roof next episode because I still don't know what kind of roof I want to use, and it's gonna take like an hour to figure it out. Alright, let's pick all these up and move on. Alright, so I decided to do a little interior decorating. I'm going to grab 2 of these hanging pots and one of these purple flowers, or the cornflowers. And so technically it's blue. And then these, which I'm not going to say because I will butcher the name. Let's just get one of those. And actually, I'm going to test the vines first in this pot and see if they work. Seriously. Thank you. They do not. That's unfortunate. I was hoping they would. Alright. Change of plans. White flower again. I wish I had a lily of the valley. I think that would look better in the floating pot or hanging pot. Alright, let's go. Oh, I had one this entire time. So we're going to just switch those flowers out real quick. And then we're going to go hang these up in the house. And then we're going to decorate a little bit as well. Seriously? It was that easy? Alright, let's go. Alright, so I made some bookshelves and some chiseled bookshelves as well. And let's see. I'm also going to bone meal the lily of the valley that I have. And I'm going to just use this apple seed, this apple grass seed. In a composter. And we're going to get a few more lily of the valleys because we need those. Those are my favorite Minecraft flower. Alright. And 2 should be enough. I'm just going to use 1. It's fine. 1 should give us a lot. Alright. I'm also probably going to plant some cherry trees after this as well. But let's go ahead and bone meal and interior decorate. Alright, beautiful creatures, I'm going to try to make this really fast. I put logs down, and now I'm putting the little logs down for the pillars here. I did only bring 2 with me, so I'm going to have to go back and get more materials. But we're going to get this built. Alright, I will be back. Alright, it is the next day. I did have to end up going to sleep before trying to do this because it was too dark to see. I'm going to use dark oak trapdoors and dark oak fencing for a little decorative feature here. And then I think I'm going to do dark oak slabs. And then I think I'm just going to make the dome part the cherry leaves. But let's go ahead and put in this first one so you can see how it looks, and then we will repeat on all 4 sides. The other 3 sides after this side. Just work with it there. Alright, beautiful creatures, I got that finished and the gazebo's done, or well, waypoint is done, and it looks pretty good from a distance. I did add the walls after I did the interior decorating. I just was tired of almost falling out up here, so we did that. I still haven't added doors or windows yet. I have to go find some sand. But right now I'm going to make some more stone bricks, and then we're going to take some stone bricks, some cracked stone bricks, and mossy stone bricks, and start working on the tunnel. So let's go do that. Alright, beautiful creatures, I am back, and this is all I'm going to do for this episode. I'm going to finish the rest of this tunnel off camera. I did have to go replenish my cracked stone brick, seriously. Yeah, I had to go replenish my stock, and I'm just going to finish this up, and I will see you guys next episode. And I'm going to finish the rest of this off camera, but this is what we got so far. I do need to come back with a pickaxe before I finish the rest of this wall, because I need it anyway. I am signing off. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Better on Bedrock, Will I Survive? Episode 3. Alright, remember, beautiful creatures, stay hydrated. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Alright, bye!